Hey, well, what's up, everybody? As I was just chilling around my house today, I actually thought of an idea for a video, and I decided to make a video on my top 10 favorite NES games. The games that I like, I mean, they're pretty much my favorite. I mean, I own them, so, I mean, I haven't played every NES game, so I can't tell you, like, you know, out of all of them, but this is just my favorite. This isn't the best NES games, because if it was the best, then I'd have to play every NES game, you know, to decide or whatever. But these are just my favorite that I've played, that I own. So, I mean, the games that I like are, you know, they're games that people know about, you know, it's not some random shit. But, at the same time, if you guys are expecting to see the same reiterated shit, like Zelda or Super Mario, you better turn this video off now, because you're not going to see that shit. I mean, Zelda and Mario are good games, but they're not my favorite. So, giving you that warning, I'm going to start off with my 10th favorite NES game. And the first one is Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. As a kid, I remember renting this from a video rental store, and I remember beating it. The game is not that hard at all, but it's just really fun. Like, I like action games, I like side-scrollers, and at the same time, you and a friend can play at this, like, together. Like, you guys can do a co-op and play it, and like, you can also, like, pick which, like, route you want to go, which levels. There's not too many levels, and that's kind of the downfall of this game. It's really short, but it's really fun. I mean, Capcom once again delivers. They just know how to make games, and they, like, did it right. And this is my 10th favorite NES game. The 9th one is Star Tropics. I didn't really first play this game until I was, like, in junior high, and I had seen it before, and I didn't think too much of it, because, I mean, look at the cover. I mean, when you think of this, like, what do you think of? I sure as hell don't think of a kid with a yo-yo beating the shit out of monsters underground, but that's what it is, man. Like, I haven't played this game in years, but from what I remember, it was really fun, dude. It was like, you're like this kid with a yo-yo, and from, you know, you go underground, and there's all these, like, type of levels you gotta get out of. It's like puzzles, and, you know, I was getting really into this game until there was this part where you're in the submarine, and you had to figure out this passcode. I think it was like 3 or 4 numbers you had to figure out, and I couldn't figure it out. I have no idea where the hell you get those numbers, dude, so I just quit. But, I mean, once you get, I mean, I don't know, maybe I needed the manual, or maybe it was somewhere in the game, but I don't know. But anyways, besides that, this game is awesome. Like, I definitely recommend this game to everybody who has not played it. The 8th game I like is Battletoads. Battletoads is freaking awesome, dude. This was another game I would rent when I was little. It's just, I mean, it's really hard. I have yet to beat it. Like, after, like, almost 20 years of playing this, I still can't beat it, man. Like, it's just one of those games that's just tough as hell. But it's funny, because I remember in first grade, I had to write in a journal, and, like, but I didn't write it. Like, I had, like, an assistant of the teacher write it for me, so I'd tell her, like, what to write in my journal, and I remember explaining the story to the teacher, and she'd write it in the journal. And basically, I told her the whole story about how, like, I believe it was Pimple and the princess got captured by the Dark Queen, and how, like, Rash and Zitz had to go save her, and all this and that. You know, I wish I still had that notebook, man, but I think my parents probably threw it away years ago. But, man, it was so cool. I would like to see, like, how I explained it to the teacher when I was, like, 6 years old. But this it's a good game. I actually like the Super NES one better, but this one's still good. The third game I like, not the third, but I believe the 7th is Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. I actually got this brand new when it first came out. I don't have the box to it, but I was 6 years old, and I saw it at a KB Toys, and I cried my ass off to get this game, dude. Like, that's the first and last time I ever did that, was I just cried and cried, because I love the Ninja Turtles, dude. And I fucking got it. I love this game. I think, I don't know, it's second to the best Ninja Turtles game, I think, for the NES. But, I mean, I hadn't beaten it until, like, maybe 2 years ago with a friend. When I was a kid, it was too hard for me to beat, but this is a really, really good Ninja Turtles game. Also, let's see, the 6th game I like is Ninja Gaiden 2. Just all around good gameplay, action game, music's good. Really long game. I almost beat this game, man. Like, I was at the last level, and for some reason, like, the last level has like 10 different, I don't know how many bosses, but it's a lot of bosses, man. Like 10 different bosses, dude. And you know, you get to the boss, you know, let's say you die, you get it, you know, and then you have to start all over the beginning level and go through that whole thing again, and then try to beat the boss. It was like, I never ended up beating it because it just took forever and I couldn't do it, man. But I ended up being like maybe 5 out of the 10 bosses. I don't know, man. This game's just fucking hard, but it's really good. I haven't played part 3, but out of the ones I've played, this is the one I like. 5th game I like is my favorite Mega Man, and that is Mega Man 3. A lot of people like Mega Man 2. I don't know why, because in Mega Man 2 you can't charge and you can't slide, so I don't know why that's the best one. But in this one, I don't know if this one you can slide or charge. It's one of them, but you can't do one of them. But I just like the enemies in this one. I like Spark Man, Top Man, Magnet Man. This is just I think this is the best one, and as a kid I remember this cover the most, because I used to think this one was like so detailed. This is probably the best cover out of all of them, I think. But yeah, I really like Mega Man 3. Next game is Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. I love this game, dude. I just love the cover of it. Like, I wish I had the poster of this. I just put that shit on my wall. It's so awesome. But I remember as a kid, I'd play the arcade game all the time, man. At the mall or at the movie theaters. As a kid, my friend had this game, and I loved playing it, man. It is so tight. I know from the arcade, there's, like, the difference is, in this, they actually added 2 more levels. So the snow level and, like, the dojo level is added to this. But this game is really good, man. I have a lot of memories with this game. This game is awesome. The next game is Bobble Bobble. This is another very memorable game as a kid growing up. I love this game. It's so simple. You don't need no tutorials, nothing. You just fight. That's it, dude. You just blow bubbles at an enemy, jump on them, that's it. You're done. You know, there's 100 levels of goodness. Like, for real. This game is so good. I've never played part 2. I probably never will, because that game's like $100 or something, which is a ridiculous amount. But this is definitely one of my favorite games. Another favorite game I grew up with, and I think is really awesome, is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I used to have the other one, just regular Punch-Out with Mr. Dream, but this is the one I grew up with. It's just fun, man, just like figuring out the patterns to beat the guys, the gameplay, like the sound effects, the music, like everything. This game is just all around fun, man. I actually think Super Punch-Out's better, but for the NES, this game is definitely my second favorite game. Now, my favorite game for the NES, I don't know, you guys might laugh or just think I'm fucking crazy, but whenever I hook up the NES, I always have to play this game. And me and my friend just recently beat it 2 days ago. This game is fucking hard, but that's Double Dragon 2. This game is so awesome, dude. It's way better than part 1, and it's a lot better than part 3. You know, it's like 2 players at the same time. You know, you don't have one life, you have more than one life. I just love beating the shit out of people, throwing people over cliffs, kneeing people in the face, uppercutting people, throwing people in water. It's just fun, man. To me, this is the best NES game I play. I like action games, so this is definitely the one I like. And I remember playing this when I was a little kid, dude, like really little, probably like 5 years old. And I mean, this is the type of game I couldn't play when I was little, because I mean, yeah, that jump with 2 buttons and that shit didn't register in my head. So, but I mean, as I grew up, man, I really appreciated this game, and this game is so fun. I love it. And as you can see, I have little stars on games that I like. I don't do that anymore because I don't have any more stars, but anyways, that's just my favorite 10 NES games. I don't know, you know, when I usually see people's top whatever NES games, you know, I always see the same stuff. And I mean, that's cool, whatever, but I mean, there's more out there, dude. Like, honestly, you know, it's like now people are just stuck on Halo, Call of Duty, and Gears of War. I mean, that's cool, but when those are the only 3 games you own, it's kind of like, dude, come on, man. I mean, there's more games out there. Like, Really, like, come on, man, like, you really need to learn how to have a variety of stuff, like, appreciate more shit, because, I don't know, man, to me, it's just the same shit. Like, whenever I see a person with 360, it's the same 3 games, and it just gets boring, man. You know, you need some variety in your life, for real. But yeah, man, I love the NES. NES is one of my favorite systems. You know, it's my first system I ever had. It's just funny how games have changed, man, and they've changed a lot in such a short amount of time. But I'm just glad I grew up in the era that I did, so now, you know, I can appreciate the old school stuff. I mean, not really the Atari stuff. I mean, that's way old school, but you know what I mean. But anyways, yeah, man, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Rangers. As a kid, I remember renting this from a video rental store, and I remember beating it. The game is not that hard at all, but it's just really fun. Like, I like action games, I like side scrollers, and at the same time, you and a friend can play at this, like, together. Like, you guys can do a co-op and play it, and like, you can also, like, pick which, like, route you want to go, which levels. There's not too many levels, and that's kind of the downfall of this game. It's really short, but it's really fun. I mean, Capcom once again delivers. They just know how to make games, and they, like, did it right. And this is my 10th favorite NES game. The 9th one is Star Tropics. I didn't really, you know, at all of them, but this is just my favorite. This isn't the best NES games, because if it was the best, then I'd have to play every NES game, you know, to decide or whatever. But these are just my favorite that I've played, that I own. So, I mean, the games that I like are, you know, they're games that people know about, you know, it's not some random shit. But, at the same time, if you guys are... Hey, well, what's up, everybody? As I was just chilling around my house today, I actually thought of an idea for a video, and, I decided to make a video on my top 10 favorite NES games. The games that I like, I mean, they're pretty much my favorite. I mean, I own them, so, I mean, I haven't played every NES game, so I can't tell you, like, expecting to see the same reiterated shit like Zelda or Super Mario. You better turn this video off now, because you're not going to see that shit. I mean, Zelda and Mario are good games, but they're not my favorite. So, giving you that warning, I'm going to start off with my 10th favorite NES game. And the first one is Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers.